Hello. Let me be the first to tell you everything is going to work out. Everything is going to find its way to the most best possible outcome, regardless of the way you feel right now and regardless of what your logic is telling you. You have made some poor mistakes. You have gambled, and maybe you have drank, which then made you gamble even more. And right now, you're either waking up with $19 left in your bank account or negative 19 or negative more, and bills are on the way and bills are already past due. Let's be honest. You've made some absolutely horrible choices. You know you have. There's no beating around that bush. However, it does not mean that your world is over. It does not mean that you are the worst person in the world. So what we're going to do is focus on, first, how we're going to get out of this. What are we going to do to continue living? Because you must continue living. You may have family that relies on you. You may have parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents. You may have your children, and your children may even have children at this point. And you're wondering how you've continued to make the same mistakes. Well, I'll tell you what's not good. Laying in bed or sitting on the couch or frantically smoking a cigarette outside while you shake from the hangover or you shake from the nerves, it will not benefit you. So finish that cigarette up, finish biting your nails, whatever it is that you do, and what we're going to do now is get to work. You have to take action. We're going to start with a promise that when this gets solved, because it will get solved, we are not going to take the money that we're blessed with to solve the problem. We're not going to use what little resources we may have left in some way that we will find to go gamble again. God is going to help you. God is going to get you there. But you cannot turn around and throw it in his face and spend that money immediately on terrible things that are not helping you and or your family. So, step one, make that promise to yourself. What it looks like verbally, I do not know exactly for your own situation. But what I do know is it needs to sound something like this. Lord, I know you're going to help me because somehow I've gotten to this place this far in life, and you've helped me every time. And I am done throwing it in your face, crapping all over the mercy and the grace that you give me. I will move forward for me, for you, and I know you're always watching. So I pray one more time for you to help me out of this jam. I can't see how you're going to do it. I have no idea right now, but I know we will get through it. After you've made that promise and you feel it in your heart, grab a piece of paper, a pen, a pencil, a scratch paper, whatever. Write down 10 ways, 10 options, even if you don't really understand how they're going to work. Start with the easiest one. The first one or two are probably going to be simple. You've probably done them in the past. That's why they're simple. The other 8 are going to be really hard because you probably have never done them. And that's why they're hard. But to someone else, the really hard ones might be the first on their list. And the only reason is it's because they've done them before. So, scratch the idea that it's impossible. You need to keep going. You will keep going. And everything is going to work out well, all working towards goodness. Take your time. Write that list. Once you have it, push through, as far-fetched even as these ideas may be. Write them down. Then start at the top. This is not a time for you to feel boastful, to feel prideful. I'm sure some of those things on that list are going to involve asking people for help, people that have told you no in the past, people that probably have judged you. And you know what? That's okay. They're there to help you. They've helped you in the past. If they didn't love you, they wouldn't help you. The difference here is your declaration to God that you will not throw it in his face. You will not crap all over the blessings that he has given you, that he is going to give you. You're going to smile, say thank you, and just appreciate the amazingness that he has offered you throughout your entire life. So if you woke up this morning feeling full of stress, full of anxiety, dread, as if this is the time, this is the one that's going to get me, I finally hit it, it's all over, I'm here to tell you that you're absolutely wrong. This is just the start. This is the start of the most amazing journey you're going to go on. Whether you're 20, whether you're 30, whether you're 47, whether you're 63, it does not matter. This is the rebirth of a life without gambling. So you're going to work that list, and you're going to get through it, and you're going to collect some money. It's going to help you eat, help you live, help you operate, help you get to the next time you get a paycheck or the next time you sign a sale, whatever it is you do for a living. You're going to ask God for just enough to get you there, because you do not deserve in this moment to be living large. You do not deserve to be going out to eat. You only deserve what God has promised you, and that is He will provide for your needs. Live by necessity until you can crawl out of this hole, scratch out of this hole, get out, do your work, do your best, take action. Do not sit around today. Do not grab a beer. Do not numb your sorrows, glass of wine, whatever it is. You need to take action on behalf of you, on behalf of the ones that love you, and probably the ones that count on you. I'd like to share with you a vision that I was given recently about gambling. And I have this picture in my head of beautiful, fun-loving people walking into a colorful casino. You know the feeling. If you're here listening this far, you know exactly what that feeling is. When you walk in there, your hopes are high. Dopamine starts rushing through your blood system, right into your brain, because that great fun feeling of the up and down. You've hit before, you've hit big, right? So you see all these smiling faces in the casino, sitting at tables, sitting at slot machines, whatever it is that they love to do. Everyone's got their favorite way to gamble. And with every pull, with every bet, with every throw of the dice, with every shuffle of the cards, a little bit of soul is just pulled right out of their chest, right through their heart. And you can see this bright light wave being sucked into the slot machine, or being sucked out of the people at the table and right into the chips, right where those chips go down when they drop them down. And with every time they do it, a little more is sucked out, and it looks like it would maybe hurt, but that's the thing. It doesn't hurt. It's just gently massaged right out, and people happily and willingly just send it out with every pull. And these beautiful people, over the course of a night, maybe a couple hours, because we all know how long you can sit at a slot machine. It's like a day will go by before you even know what time it is. There's no clocks. You can't see outside. But by the time they're done with their gambling and their wallet is empty, or even if they've won, they look like zombies. Everything good has been sucked out of them. Gambling is a loss even when you win. Even when you win, it's a complete loss. And let me tell you how I know that, and let me tell you why that is. Let's say you win. You win a big jackpot. Whatever big is for you. Everyone has a different size. $2,000 could be amazing. 700 could be amazing. For the big rollers, $1 million could be amazing. And for the small gamblers, they're thinking, well, if you won $1 million, everything would be solved. No, it wouldn't, because you just gamble to your level that you can absorb, that you can lose. It's always right there, no matter how much it is. So someone winning $1 million, it's like they won 1,000 standing in your shoes if you're the smaller gambler. So you win big, let's say $20,000. Let's start with that. And you've got a great month ahead of you, or a great week, and you spend You think, wow, I finally hit it. This was a great one. This is why I do it. And I'll bet you spent that money faster than any other money you've ever spent. It was in your hand and out as fast as you can remember. You got to the next weekend and you're like, where did that money go? I know I spent here and there, but man, I didn't realize it just went so fast. And the reason for that is you don't value that money. You won it in such a quick hand, such a quick turn, you thought, wow, I finally made it. And then you spent it all back as fast as you possibly could. You lived large, you thought you were something, and now you're back down to where you started. And now you've got this hole because you were filled with dopamine, you were filled with excitingness and thinking your pride was boosted. I'm rich, I'm loaded, I can live like this. But you're not, because it was just false. That win was an actual loss. So now you're here with this feeling of emptiness, this regret that you spent all the money, wishing you could go back. And in the middle of the madness, your mind tells you, well, I know where we got it from. Let's go back there and get it again. So here you are now back in the casino, not gambling that money. You're gambling new money that you had to earn at whatever you do for a living. And you lose. And you lose big. And then regret sets in as you're going down and you're thinking, wow, I could win this back. And you keep trying and you keep trying, yet you keep losing. Because you see, a win is never a win when you're gambling. A win is worse than a loss because it gives you hope. It tells you this is something that can actually work. But let me tell you what, and you've probably learned it or you're getting very close to really truly learning it. A win is not a win when it comes to gambling. All you do is lose. Because even if you walk out with that money and you have that good week, all that time you spent there can never be gotten back. All that soul you gave away, it's not coming back. You have to triple fold all the things you do in life, all the good that fills up your soul, to get that time back. And you don't have that much time in a week. You have things to do. You have got to stay out of the casino to save that wonderful feeling inside of you that your family needs. They need you to be giving that soul to them. And no matter how hard you try, I know it because I've been there, you can't, because you left it at the casino. You let it be sucked out of you right into a slot machine, right into a table. And you come home and you try your hardest because you're a good guy, you're a good girl, you know it, you're a good person. So you try your hardest to pull out some more and give it to them. And you wonder, why can't I? Why can't I find a little bit of this love to give? And the reason is, it was stolen from you. You walked in willingly, sat down willingly, and you had your soul sucked out of you. The good news is, it doesn't stay gone. I'm not saying that you've left it there never to return again. But the only way to get it back is to do what you know to be the right things. I won't tell you what that is because it's different for everybody. Do what you know to be the right things. Around the house, with your family, with your free time, sleep well. You have got to put in the work, and it fills back up in you a little slower than it can be taken out, but it will fill back up. So focus in right now, back to the beginning of what we talked about. You're going to make that list. You're going to work through that list until you hit the set dollar amount that you need to operate until you can get to planing out with your income and catching back up. Then, and only then, you continue to focus on doing what you know to be the right things. I know you know what the right things are. Focus on those. You're gonna get through. Life is a beautiful thing. Open your eyes. If it's raining where you're at, feel the rain on your face. If it's sunny where you're at, feel the glorious sun on your face. God wants what's best for you. All you have to do is focus in, do what you know is right for you, and make that promise that you will not throw it in his face, and fill yourself back up. Go get him. You got this. Listen to this as many times as you need to until you feel that passion to go act. And that's what you have to do. You need to act, you need to do, and then you need to do what's right. And only you know in your heart what is right. Thank you. Like, follow, and click the notifications button so we can continue the conversation and win the battle of removing gambling from our lives, because there's a beautiful life on the other side of that. Life is so amazing. We're smart people. We're capable people. We have huge hearts, and we have a lot to offer this world. Imagine what if all the things you might have and be able to do and give and help if you didn't gamble. If that energy of your soul didn't get given away, and the amount of money that is in your wallet is not given away, what you and I would do walking that path. Let's give it a shot together. Like and follow. Thank you.